Greetings all, FerrariMan601 here. Welcome back to F1 2017. Today it's time for another classic race. I am trying to do at least one commentated race in all of the classic cars. Today we're in Hungary and we're driving the Ferrari F2002. So a V10 car, wonderful engine sounds in store for us. However, we're in Hungary and the Hungaroring is not a particularly high-speed circuit. It's a very short track, it's a very narrow track, it's a very twisty track. A lot of people describe the Hungaroring as like Monaco without the houses. It is very much that way. We do have a mixed field here of the classic cars, the Red Bull RB6 being the best car around this circuit. However, we have got that 850, 900 horsepower V10 Ferrari behind us, so we will see how we get on in one-shot qualifying next. Coming down start-finish. The engine sounding so nicely here as we pop it into 7th gear here in Mix 4 on the brakes. Delta being shown to the Ferrari F2004. They have got the pole position provisionally. Can we do anything about it? Down into turn 2. Hugging the curb on the inside, on the power as early as we can. See the F2004 just marginally faster than us so far through Sector 1 of this lap. Because most of the corners here are at pretty low speed, we don't have as much aero help as you might think. So it all comes down to mechanical grip, and we are running these groove tires, as you can see, causing a lot of understeer there. Back with some downforce on the car for a reasonably high-speed corner. We kind of botched the exit. Sector 2 is not so great for us. Can we recover anything through the final part of the lap? Not looking like it. We are continuing to go backwards relative to the F2004. And a lot of oversteer there. Can we get anything reasonable out of this qualifying attempt? Red Bull RB6 now on pole provisionally. We qualify in P5. So, alright, that's a reasonable effort, I must say. We'll see what we can do with it in the race.
With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Interesting mix of the field here. The RB6, one of them is on pole, the other is in P3. Splitting them is an F2004. Immediately in front of us is our newfound rival, Jay Letourneau, who, he won that race at Monza by illegally passing me behind the safety car. We're going to see if we can do anything about him into turn 1 of the race. Behind us, though, interesting to see, the MP423. I would have thought that car would have been better around this place, considering that, well, it weighs about the same, but it has less horsepower, but that the less weight that it has from the engine, it allows the designers and the engineers to shift weight around the car. So I would have thought it would have been a little bit better here, but alas it is not. The other F2002 behind us, we outqualify him pretty handily actually, and then the MP423 again, and both of the F2007s bringing up the rear here in Class 1. The overall results, here we are, P5 of course on the grid, and then our Class 2 guys starting from P11 all the way down to P20. The Class 2 guys, again, leading the pack there. The MP413's not really surprised. I don't think any of those guys are going to be threats. I am mostly concerned, though, about that F2002 behind us, as well as that other F2004 in front of us. Stand by for racing action from Hungary. Welcome to the grid here in Hungary. We've got cloudy skies today, but so far it is not raining. I'm not expecting it to be raining during this race. However, we have been surprised before on this game, so we'll see how that unfolds. We're lined up here P5 overall. Of course, we are dead in the middle of the pack of the Class 1 runners. We're all set to go. Let's get the formation lap underway.
Cycle, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
Bit of a burnout off the line. Let's start concentrating on bringing the car up to temperature. A lot of nice engine sounds around us, I must say. Not to mention the one behind us. So far, we're on a rather quick formation lap, I must say, so the amount of time we have to get the car up to temperature, not as long as you might expect, so we're going to have to start working on those tires immediately now. Not a big deal, though, considering all the corners here are very tight. I will say I am rather impressed with the modeling that they have done here on the F2002. I really like the view through the rear view mirrors. You can see the back end of the car. Everything looks very nice. Get the HUD set up for the race start. We're already in mix 3. The last bit of heat's into the tires now. And we cede control over to the computer to reform the grid. Short grid here in Hungary, so we have pretty much already found our grid position. We have our rivals right alongside us.
Be patient and watch for the lights.
Stand by for fireworks. The rest of the field is just coming to their positions. Should get a start in a couple of seconds. And off we go, folks. Really good launch. We'll have superior horsepower relative to the Red Bulls into turn 1. Is that enough for us to take the lead, at least for a little while? It is not. Larson really jumping on the brakes there into turn 1. There's some context there with the tonneau. Got the inside line through here. He's going to have to cede that position to us. All right, so we're up in P2. Off the start. That is reasonable. Let's see how well we can hang with Larson here. Fuel delta is +3, almost exactly. We will have to manage that moving forward. That's a lot of understeer. That's a mistake on my part. I missed my turn in. Catch all those sparks coming out from underneath the Red Bull. That was really cool. The RB6 is going to be vastly superior to us in the twisty stuff. However, down the straights, we should be able to catch up to him. But you can see through the corners here how much longer I have to wait to get back on the power relative to him. See, we are able to close that distance a little bit with our straight line speed advantage, but through the corners, that Red Bull is just so far superior to us. It does not appear that we're able to make any headway on the guys in front. We lost that position to the Red Bull on an unforced error. That is my fault entirely. However, we do have our rival behind us. For those of you who don't know why I'm referring to the tonneau as a rival, well, go watch the video of me driving the F2007 at Monza, the one that is subtitled Anger Warning. As I'm not paying attention to what we're doing, and I make an unforced error, and then I get hit, and now we spin across the racetrack. Oh, this is disaster. This is absolute disaster, and I still can't recover the car. All right. It's what I get for not paying attention to what I'm doing. Alright, so we're in big trouble now. I've lost all the grip in the tires. Yeah. Well, things like that happen. That's the problem of talking and driving at the same time. Sometimes your brain makes the wrong choice in terms of where to invest most of its resources, and I chose to talk there. I did not choose to drive there, and you see the result. We're now down in P10 at the back of Class 1. But there you go. All this is happening, well, for me, in real time, folks. Nothing scripted. Wow, the car is just treacherous under braking now. What did I do to this poor thing? I've got so much oversteer now, it's ridiculous. Look at that, 15 seconds slower on that lap. Be happy if we could salvage anything from our results here today.
Gap to car in front is 5.2 seconds.
5.2 seconds to the guy in front. Can we do anything about it? As one very prominent driver might say, it's hammer time. Man, that is just treacherous under braking. First part of the lap is fine, but Sector 3, we've got troubles. 3.8 seconds now to the guy in front. Starting to catch the F2007s, that's good.
Some information on Volvo. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Someone's slowing down, couldn't catch the name. An alarming amount of sparks coming out from the bottom of that F2007. Makes for a reasonably easy overtake. Losing a lot of downforce now off the front end. Running in turbulent air. That was very committed, and it worked. Kept it between the white lines. That's valid. Fuel delta +2. We are going to have to manage fuel at some point. Right down the inside of Correa, we have done that. The other F2002 is now in front of us, equally matched. Let's see how we do. Taking very different lines there through turn 2. Wow, he jumps on the brakes pretty early. Putting myself at a disadvantage here, but we get by him without too much of a difficulty, so that's fine. That releases me to carry on. So our gap, 10.1. If we do anything about a 10.1 second gap, not so optimistic there. But we shall try. Ten laps to go. Another low-flying airliner. Sensing a trend in this game. And also, for some reason, and I don't really know what spurred this on, but having flashbacks to F1 Championship Edition on the PS3. That was the last console, I was going to say multi-platform, but it really wasn't multi-platform, at least not in today's sense. That was the last console F1 game that I really liked. I mean, this is a console game. It's also on PC, obviously. One of the 412Ts with a problem. But yeah, something is reminding me of F1 Championship Edition from all the way back in 2006.
Okay, gap ahead is 6.9 seconds.
That was the last console game that I really liked from any F1 franchise, and, well, maybe this one is finally growing on me. Gap to the guys in front is coming down. Fuel delta is plus 1.5. The MP44's in front. He's getting blue flags. Please pull over. Thank you. Of course, a couple of days ago, you all got the chance to see my race in the MP44 at Monaco. It did not end well. So far, this one does not appear to be shaping up much better. There's the other 4-4 coming up. Catch him right where I don't want to. All right, superior horsepower to the rescue. Fuel delta plus 1.3. mistake there. Can't decide if I want second or third gear through that corner. Sometimes it works in second, sometimes it works in third. That time it didn't work at all. 5.2 seconds to the guy in front. The gap has stabilized now. It's one of the 4 6s in front. Of course, all of these guys are going a lap down relative to me. They're already a lap down relative to the leaders. He's pulling off. Thank you.
The distance to the leader is 23.7 seconds.
Yeah, there's no way we're picking up 23.7 seconds before the end of the race, but we might pick up 5 seconds. We are almost in the same neighborhood now as the guys in front.
Our gap to the car in front is 4.3 seconds.
And that's one thing I don't like about this physics model. I can turn in at the same point on 2 different laps and get a completely different reaction from the car. Put second gear through here. Yeah, that time it worked. Nieves, Mr. Snows, thank you. We got to Murray, Izumi, and Kaufman. Wow, guys! You want to force me off the track? I am really just trying to drive my heart out here. There is quite a lot of concentration going on. Now, if I had that much concentration going on earlier when I spun, I wouldn't have spun. But I spun. So that's why we're currently running where we're running. As I just casually keep talking through full-blown opposite lock.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.3 seconds.
2.3 seconds. And the sky's gotten a lot brighter all of a sudden. I'll take that.
Some information on Izumi. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
I don't really care about guys in Class 1 retiring. You could tell me that somebody in front of me is retiring. That would be welcome news. All right, Mr. Forrest.
Our gap behind is 14.1 seconds.
Mr. Forrest in the other MP423. We are going to have to start saving fuel really soon. Delta is plus 0.5.
Yellow flag.
Yellows. That's for the FW14 pulled off to the side. Back under green. All right, superior V10 horsepower.
Engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target.
The yellow flag zone, green. There we go, and there's one of the RB6s in front. We're now back in P5 where we started. Look at that understeer. Our tire wear situation, okay. We're moderate now. What's the RB6 doing this far back? I have to go into mix 2 at very least on this lap, I'm going to say. So we got to dispose of this Red Bull quickly. Come on. He is quite faster through the corners. Fuel Delta plus 0.26. Lock up both front wheels there. Lose time. Come on, come on, come on. Get past him so we can get down into the next engine mode. If we don't do it into turn 1 at the start of the next lap, we're going to have to abandon it.
Okay, gap to leader, 26.1 seconds.
Meanwhile, the F2004s in front continue to pull away. Dive bomb! Contact! Front wing damage! But I gotta get past him.
It's
worth it.
Damage to the front
Mix
wing.
1.
Be easy on the car till we get it repaired. We don't want to risk making this worse. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Oh, I am aware of the fuel situation, don't you worry. And if I'm not mistaken, that's an Ethano in front. It would be so satisfying to take him out.
Some information on Schiffer. They're retiring from the race.
It would be so satisfying to take him out. But to know, of course. That was a lot of opposite lock there. Fuel Delta is plus 0.3. We've got a caution here. Local yellow. Car stopped on the side. Yep, that's one of the F2007s.
Green flag.
Sorry. Thank you. His name is Sorry. I'm not saying sorry. Hello, you little Canadian miscreant. I'm here.
Some information on Korea. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
And I do not mean any offense to
This is
Canadians.
your final lap of the race.
I love Canada. Visited a few times. Always found it to be a very pretty country, very clean, very organized. Any Canadian I've ever met has been very nice, very well educated, very well spoken, but this idiot, he is an abomination to the good name of Canada. Oh, can we do one of these Hakkinen on Schumacher overtakes with a lapped car in the middle? Not quite, but we get by the miscreant. Yes, we do. P3 overall. I'm happy again with this performance. That seems to be where we should be running. Considering I really lost that position out to the first RB6, and there's nothing I could do about the F2002 in front. So, it was a little bit of a circuitous route there, but I think we eventually did end up where we should be after all. Running P3 here, just a couple corners to go to the end of this race. I think we can be satisfied with that performance, despite the spin. But I think it made things a bit more interesting all along, because otherwise it was going to be a very academic affair, just running around, pounding laps in, running in P3 the whole time. So there is the checkered flag. I am satisfied with that result.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
P3, podium finish. We beat out that Canadian idiot. Yes, we do.
Here come our winning drivers then, out
Oh,
onto
yeah.
the podium at the end of a thrilling Grand Prix. The drama and excitement are over, and it's time to let it all sink in. Congratulations to our top three today.
Very nice. Very, very nice. We were beaten by two superior cars. I can't really feel too bad about that. I think that was the best realistic result we could have hoped for. So there it is. Not too bad.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
That's really cool. And have a look at that gap between P1 and P2. 283 thousandths. That's pretty spectacular, I must say. Between the F2004 and the RB6, the F2004 with almost 1,000 horsepower, the RB6 with about 750 horsepower, but vastly superior in the corners. At a track like this, engine power doesn't mean as much as it does in other places, and there's the result. Looking here at the overall results, there we are, P3 overall. We started P5, so up 2 positions, even though we were really far down in the field at one point after that unforced error in turn 1. However, good result all along. None of the Class 2 guys managed to break into the top 10 on merit. There was one retirement, of course. However, actually no, more than one retirement. One retirement in Class 1, I meant. One of the F2007s dropped out. Otherwise, the field is as you would expect it to be, but 3 retirements, that's actually a pretty high attrition rate for one of these races at 25% distance. So, pretty cool dynamics, all things considered. And on that DNF list, we've got an F2007, an MP46, and an FW14B. Really cool. Really, really cool. However, that's about all we've got for today from the Hungaroring in these classic races. We're almost done with this series because, well, I've almost done a race at least once in every classic car in the game. We've still got a couple to go, though, and there's a couple that I want to redo from cockpit view anyway at some different circuits. So, yeah, there are still some more videos of the classic races to come. But, yeah, I'm having fun with this, despite some of the anger issues I had in that last race at Monza. Despite all that, thank you all very, very much for watching. And yes, we have recently passed 3,000 subscribers. 3,000 subscribers. I never thought that there would be 3,000 people who would enjoy watching this mindless banter accompanying some video gameplay. So thank you all very much for that. It's definitely quite a humbling experience to know that anytime I put something up here, there are potentially 3,000 of you who are going to get alerts on your phones and whatnot, letting you know that Ferrari Man 601 has just uploaded a new video. That's pretty cool. It's not something I take lightly either. I recognize it as a sense of responsibility, and I'm trying to give you the best content I can. So, thank you all for your continued support and your continued engagement. There is a 3,000 subscriber special video coming out in due course. Until then, though, thank you all very much for watching. Ferrari Man 601 saying thanks, and we will see you soon.